Good evening, everybody. So the lighting in my house is terrible, so ignore it. Ignore the awkward shadows. But we got the kids down, sort of. I'm sure you'll hear Lexi in the background. And we did a bunch of stuff outside today, but it was kind of a rush, so I didn't get to film anything. But tonight I'm gonna just kind of slow down. I'm gonna do a couple seed starts tonight, just to kind of take a minute for myself. This is one of my favorite times, is just sowing seeds. I'm going to be living on the edge and planting with 1-inch soil blocks in the house. We'll be keeping these up upstairs in our bathroom, so hopefully no little helpers will help to the blocks. But yeah, I wanted to invite you guys to come along with me as I start some peppers and some broccoli and maybe some greens as well. So you can see this last row kind of here, I didn't have the dirt wet enough and it kind of flopped. But my dad actually got me these trays. They were throwing them out where he was working. And so he got a whole bunch of them for me. And at the time I didn't know what I was going to use them for. And then last year I got my soil block, and the soil block fit perfectly on these trays. So I used them last year. I didn't have a ton of success last year. It was my first year doing seedlings. And there was a couple of variables. I think we had a really late, very, very sudden drop in temperature. My greenhouse wasn't. It was just one of the plastic and stainless steel, aluminum, inexpensive like greenhouses, and so it wasn't super insulated well, and so they got hit really hard. And then also just learning how to like water them and how moist is too moist, how moist is not moist enough on the blocks. So it was a learning experience last year. This year I'm gonna try it for the second time and see how I do. I have successfully grown tomatoes and lettuces and some peppers in the soil blocks, so gonna expand this year. But right now, like I said, we're gonna start with some broccoli and then a couple different kinds of peppers. So I don't know if any of you guys ever go out to eat at different places, but a lot of restaurants, they have these plastic cups that they just throw away if you don't take with them. So we bring them, let the kids use them for a little bit, and then repurpose them. We've got one from a baseball game that we scoop out cat food with. I'm using the Rainforest Cafe ones to water and collect dirt. So, you know, reuse. past years, I have not done a very good job of keeping track of what I've planted, when I've planted, or honestly keeping track of pretty much anything. So this year, one of my goals is to really focus on keeping records and keeping track of what I've done when. And so one of the things I'm going to do this year to help me is I'm going to actually take videos and pictures of not only the seeds, but also the brands. Now, I've got a different variety. So I planted 3 rows of broccoli for a couple of reasons. One, these are older seeds. And 2, we just go through a ton of broccoli. So 3 rows, a couple head, like 1 head per plant. It's really only going to last us like a week or 2. So I'm going to plant some now and then plant some as I plant other things. I planted some different peppers. So these are like red and green peppers, orange peppers, 1 row of each, 2 rows of jalapenos. I tried these last year and didn't have any luck. Again, I'm going to blame that on circumstances for the seeds in hopes that they do better this year. And then sugar rush peaches. The non-jalapenos, real quick, they're like jalapenos, only they don't have the spice. So I like the flavor of jalapenos but can't handle the spice. Tim likes the flavor of the jalapenos but likes the spice, so this is kind of our compromise. And then the sugar rush peach peppers. I thought if I have success, those would be really cool and tasty in like a peach salsa or some sort of fruit salsa. So I did a row of those. And then I had 2 extra rows here at the end for tonight. So can never go wrong with greens. We eat them, the pigs eat them, chickens eat them. So I did 2 rows of kale, especially since this one up here is kind of botched. That puts my peppers in good ones, good soil blocks, and hopes that they do well in germination this year. So I think tonight that's all I'm going to do. Just kind of gives me a jump start, but doesn't keep me up too late putting seeds in dirt and getting those started. So I'm going to get these bottom watered and get them covered in some saran wrap and clean up my mess, and then probably soon gonna finish it up for the night. So thanks for joining me on this planting video. Hope you guys have had a great day and that you have an awesome evening.